If you leave those things in the body, it turns into disease.
Breath work, getting clean and clear from negative energies,
Stagnant emotions that are trapped that shouldn't be in the body.
thoughts that won't leave, that are plaguing you. These are all symptoms you can get free from that embedded deep within the body.
Chronic inflammation, chronic pain, inexplicable migraines, autoimmune disease, any kind of weird sickness that's almost undiagnosable. The doctors can't tell you what's wrong.
There is release, and there's different things that you can do and that you must do. Superstitious Christians immediately default to the demonic when it comes to it's spiritual, but then there's something physical that connects with it. You have spirits in you and you need to get the spirits out. You add a works or something physical, sensual, their mind immediately defaults to evil.
A lot of people will say, I don't need it, I just need Jesus. He didn't just tell people to say his name. He told people to do practical things to achieve their healing. And in faith, they did it. Faith is a part of it for sure.
Breath work, getting clean and clear from negative energies,
Yes.
particles, leaching energies that are leaching off of you,
Stagnant emotions that are trapped that shouldn't be in the body.
thoughts that won't leave, that are plaguing you. These are all symptoms and things that you can get free from that are embedded deep within the body and your spirit or your auric field, if you will, if you want to use that term. And there is release, and there's different things that you can do and that you must do.
Yes.
There's no can, there's must. How do you stay
Yes.
clean?
If you leave those things in the body, it turns into disease. Like chronic inflammation, chronic pain, inexplicable migraines, autoimmune disease, any kind of weird sickness that's almost undiagnosable because the doctors can't tell you what's wrong. A lot of times that kind of stuff is tied in with the body and things that are stuck in your body that need to get out, whether it be whatever you want to call it, demons or negative energy or trauma.
Just like Jesus doesn't care what you call them, the demons don't care what you call them. It's demon stuck emotion. No, this, and it's all of it. And then we talk about shadow work, making friends with your demons and stuff. It's like, listen, you're not my enemy no more. You're not, listen, bypass. Thank you for everything that you taught me, but your services are no longer needed. You don't need you living in my mind, body, spirit, rent free.
Yeah, I saw you shared that meme this week. It kind of ruffled some feathers.
Well, people don't know too. So there's that. There's people who are like, yeah, I get it.
The ones who have done the work, they
get it.
But then others are like, wait a minute, you're embracing your demons?
Yeah. I mean, those are cool talking points. We got a good friend that I did a demon episode with about his experiences. Shout out to David McHenry. He texted me like when he saw it. What do you mean making friends with demons? What do you mean, like, because it's like, trying to cast them out and they're trying to kill me. Now that's my homies. Like, there is a salute. There is a thank you for teaching me a lesson that only you can teach me. At the very minimum, that's what we mean. And now you have authority over them. Now you know where they come from. Now you know how they operate. Now you can see them operating in other people, or in your own life. So it's spiritual and practical at the same time. That's one thing that is something the church doesn't like. Like, they want you to, you got to be only spiritual.
Yeah.
Because once you get into practical, now you're getting into witchcraft.
Yeah, because they can't corner the market on something that you can do yourself.
My God. What can you do yourself?
All of it.
Give me an example.
Well, it depends how big you want to look, but for instance, for me, incense and fumigation with the prayer and the breath work, like, so powerful. That's a practical thing that you can do at home, and it's literally healing. It kills germs in the air. You breathe it into your lungs and kills, it'll kill all the bacteria and germs that are trying to get in your body that way. Clear the energy in the house, clear the germs out of the house. And it carries things. It's biblical. In Revelation, I think is where it talks about it. The prayers of the saints arise with the incense, with the smoke.
Yeah.
And so it carries things. It can carry your prayers. It can carry negative things away from you. That's why the ancient teachings tell you to either do it outside or have a door or window open to the outside. So it can carry all that stuff out. You don't want to keep it.
Yeah.
Let it go where it needs to go.
Yeah, and this is good too because I mean you have a tutorial, you have a course. I don't say course. Is it would you call it a course?
I think I'm calling it a mini course.
A mini course coming out about breath work and fumigation and incense and all that cool stuff. And we have so many books. Shout out to us, but shout out to our bookshelf that we made because we worked hard on it.
It looks so good.
And we could do hard things.
Our rug's coming in tomorrow.
Heck yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So shout out to the bookshelf because we got all kind of books about like old books, incense in the Bible, flowers in the Bible, like in the Bible.
Yeah.
Stuff you didn't even know. And there's a lot of that. And so you have that presentation that you're working on. And it's got a lot of info, and it is a good way to get started. To get started with the things closest to you that we all know and have heard of. So when we talk about incense and fumigation, instead of pulling it up on my phone, maybe I need to, I'm just going to ask you to see if you remember, like biblically, what does fumigation mean? Do you remember
Yes.
like it says it in the Strong's exhaustive concordance.
It's to take the smoke and put it into an area to smoke something out. Like, like Bugs Bunny and all the old cartoons, he goes down in his rabbit hole. He's down deep in the ground. What do? They light fire and try to get the fire down in the hole. Get all the smoke in there to smoke them out. And it literally means like to smoke something out. Let the smoke enter there, and they can't exist there anymore. They have to come out.
Smoke getting smoked out. Like you used to do in high school, right? Roll the windows up on the car.
Oh, God.
Drive down the interstate. And you can't even see your hand in front of you.
Oh, we did a lot of dumb things.
Hey, edit that out. That's very dumb. No one should be doing that by any means. So, yeah, so get smoked out. Well, I'm being silly, but that's what fumigation is by definition.
Mm-hmm.
So when it talks about lighting the incense, is it the word? What is the word like in the Bible? I know it's several words that mean that, but is it fumigation? Is it just light the incense? What are some of the words and terms?
There's a lot of different ones, but incense is in there. Frankincense is in there a lot, and that's what it's talking about, the use of frankincense to smoke. But I think fumigation or a variation of it, sometimes it's a little different. I think that was in there.
Yeah, it's so weird because
aromas, that's another one.
The first thing most religious people are I say religious because I don't know what word you want to use, but most I'll say this word because this is really the word to use. Superstitious Christians.
Yeah.
Most superstitious Christians immediately default to the demonic when it comes to any of those topics. Anything that is spiritual, but then there's something physical that connects with it. So, if you have spirits in you and you need to get the spirits out, it's okay, well, there's incense that you can burn. Demonic. Okay, well, maybe you can sweat it out. Maybe you can go sit in the sun and actually it's a sickness and, it could come out of your pores, or you can fast because some demons only come out through prayer and fasting. Demonic, anytime that you add a works or something physical or sensual to it, their mind immediately defaults to evil and to gross body, and we need to change that because we're suffering because of it.
Well, it's really silly if you think about it. a lot of people will say, I don't need it. I just need Jesus. Well, yeah, but if you really study Jesus and his life and the way that he healed people, he didn't just tell people to say his name.
Yeah.
He spit in the mud and rubbed mud in somebody's eyeballs. He told people to go and bathe in the river or the fountain. Like, he told people to do practical things to achieve their healing. He didn't just say my name 3 times and, turn in a circle and you're going to be healed. Like, he often gave them very practical things to do to achieve their healing. Mm-hmm. And in faith, they did it. Faith is a part of it for sure.